Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 9, Hard Conversations. Another boring episode. So I will not be here long. And it's not boring, guys, because I'm not one of them people that feel like it's got to always be some type of negative back and forth, some type of negative drama for it to be an exciting episode. But I enjoy when they all get together. And they're not doing that. Everybody's filming separately like this because this is a we're not filming with Candace season. And so it shows when the morale of the entire group is off. It shows when the group is divided. And it's just not, it doesn't make for good TV. It just doesn't. Carla, I was watching one of Carla. I don't even remember what he was. I feel like he was talking about Potomac. Or he might have been talking about Married to Medicine. Either way, he made a good point. He spoke on how this same thing happened on Atlanta, on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Nene being the glue, there's always the glue in the group. There's always that one person in the group that can bring everybody together. For Potomac, it should be Giselle, but it's not Giselle. Karen tries to, but Karen kind of straddles the fence a little bit. But there has to be somebody that brings everybody back together for whatever the cause is, whatever the reason is, so that it brings everybody back to a positive place. Some conversations have to be had. Giselle is one of those people that she is being stubborn and she don't want to reconcile, or she doesn't want to get on good footing with Candace. She has completely thrown her away, which is crazy to me. Because how is it that you can go back and forth with other people and you're fine? Like, she's even left Wendy alone. And for a couple of seasons there, she had her sights on Wendy. The way she, has completely dismissed Candace. But Carlos made a good point about that, about that needing to happen. I'm trying to remember exactly what episode he's speaking of where Nene, the group was kind of divided, and Nene was the catalyst to bring the group kind of back on one accord so that people would film with one another. Because if the folks ain't filming with one another, then you ain't got no show. You definitely don't have an entertaining show. So yeah, y'all gonna have to work that out. Anyway, I figured I'd give you a little something there because the episode ain't give nothing. So I'm trying to push at least more than 10 minutes. Giselle and Ashley, they fill Charisse in on the trip. That y'all should have invited Charisse. That's what Alexander Rogers calls her, Charisse. They should have invited Charisse. They really should have. Wendy and Eddie, they have lunch. Everybody's happy to be back. Karen and Ray, they talk about her, her health scare and all of that. She feel away because she feel like Ray kind of rushed her off the line when she was calling to tell him about her 5% buildup, and all of that. She gonna have to get that down. That was alarming to her. I don't know what my kids are doing. They're out of school today. And so bear with me. Bear with me if you will. Anyways, she's hosting that event for the nonprofit that she's she's a part of. I think it's called Pave. And so she hopes that all the ladies being there, showing up, supporting, hopefully everybody will participate graciously. Gordon and Mia, they are taking a cooking class. They've invited Robin and Juan out. On the way inside, Juan gets a phone call, and when he answers the phone, he says, "Hey baby, what's up?" I don't know who he's talking to, But when Robin steps back outside, now he sounds like he's talking to a colleague. Anyway, they start cooking. They're gonna be making pasta from scratch. They're making a linguine. So they're gonna make their pasta first, of course. Robin shares that she's, gonna be opening up a franchise. They need to diversify the portfolio because Juan isn't working. They talk about the trip. Robin says, I didn't share anything with Juan because he don't really care. Mia, she continues on, because she feels like the story that Juan gave her about this lady in Canada and all of that, she feels like the story was bullshit. So she gonna address Juan now. Did you really put your card down? Because, I don't know. Juan, he's kind of short with her, but he answers her questions. She says, you can do that over the phone, right? She knew good and damn well he wasn't over the phone and that he walked his happy ass down the stairs and paid for the room he slept in. Allegedly. Robin just standing there. She won't even look up. She just like, because she knows she lying. She know he lying. She know both their ass lying. They sticking to the story. Okay? And it shows. Anyway, they move on. Mia moves on. She shares, with Gordon that she told Robin about their attorney and everything. And, Robin and Juan are, they support them, because they too have been through something very similar. And so, they have their backs when it comes to that. Like, we so sorry to hear it. They eat, and really that's it. that's really it. Anyway, Wendy, she's sitting at the house and she talks to her mom. Mom says she had some complications from an elective surgery, which is why she was in there. She's better. Wendy shares what happened with Aneka. Wendy mama kept being like, what's the girl name now? Mom says she don't even know Aneka. Who? What's her name? No, I don't know her. The situation with Lebe, though, Lebe and Ivy fell out. And so, yeah, she called Lebe. And she told Lebe, it's easy to make an enemy. It's hard to make a friend. She said that she had those words for Lebe. She ain't said nothing to Neka. So what Neka talking about? Mama say, I don't know her. What about this shrine? The only shrine I know is St. Jude down there in Jersey. I don't know what this lady talking about. So there's that. Grace and Giselle, they are out and about. Grace is going to college, and so she wants her to take self-defense classes. We do the self-defense class. Grace is ready. She was in there flipping the man. She got it. She gonna be all right. She always asking Grace about dating. Get out her business. She always be like, that be Grace's face. Here you go. Girl, I'm not talking to you about my dating life on your little show. Talk about your own dating life. So, what's the dating gonna be like? Are we... Mama, please. She basically want to know, are you gonna be fucking? Yes, she gonna be fucking. Yes. Yes, fucking down. Yes. Now, leave her alone. She gonna say that I guess that brings her to Jason. So she gonna FaceTime Jason. Blah, blah, blah. We don't even care, girl. Moving on. Candace, she's out to go meet with Aneka. She calls her mom. She had her first mammogram. She's a little nervous because they found 2 lumps. Although the lady said that the doctors are telling her, because they read out her tests and everything, her screening. They think that it's just possibly lymph nodes, and they're going to keep an eye on it. But Candace wants them to do a biopsy right now because she want to know. She want to know. She want to know. Her mama's like, girl, calm down. Don't think about it too hard. just let them run their tests, you know, and we're gonna see what they say. I feel like, damn, do I need to go get my first mammogram? Candace is a year older than me, so which means she's, at the time she was probably 36. I'll be 36 next week. I think I need to I think I need to make that appointment. What y'all think? How did I get here? I was just a young tender. I'm still a young tender. Let me tell it. Let me tell it. It's still giving at least 27. Anyway, Candace meets with Nneka. You know, she's a little nervous about how to navigate this new relationship that she's trying to build with Nneka, because she wants to build one independent of Wendy. You know, she know Wendy ain't really feeling her, but she and Wendy are friends, so she don't want Wendy to feel away. But Candace, girl, you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. Just don't be talking about me when you with her. That's all. That's all Wendy's saying. That's all she said. When it comes to me and her, don't talk about me. Like, y'all can be cool, but don't talk about me while y'all are being cool. You know, don't be letting her bring up her issues with me and all of that. Candace does a good job of staying out of it. You know, she doesn't really insert herself. She don't throw Wendy under the bus or nothing like that. But she's just like, when she and Wendy are going to have, and Nneka and Wendy are going to have a conversation, you know. So everybody can, you know, everything can be cohesive. All the ladies will be at Karen's event, so, you know, we're going to see. We see Mia getting her makeup done before Karen's event. She's anxious. She got a bit of you know, anxiety about it because she's a victim of sexual assault. And so she's a bit triggered. The day of the event, however, you know, we find out that a few of the ladies on the cast are victims of sexual assault of some sort. There's a musical guest, and she, you know, performs a song. And while she's performing, this is when we find out, you know, which of the ladies, you know, can empathize. Candace and Robin have both experienced sexual assault. Ashley was also a victim. Mia gets emotional and leaves the table, you know, because she's a victim. And Ashley goes to check on her, and she, you know, she's just back there really getting her. This is partly getting the moment, and, you know, she's triggered because I know Mia. I know when Mia getting a moment. I know when she getting a moment, and she was getting a moment here. She says she's never shared this, you know, and she feels like when it comes to Jacqueline, she treats her the way she treats her and gives her all what she gives her because she blames her for what happened to her. They were together, and Jacqueline, I ain't gonna not be able to call her Jacqueline because James Caldwell called her Jacqueline in every review. And so Jacqueline is just what it is. She left her in a compromising situation, and Mia was sexually assaulted. I want to say it was by Jacqueline's boyfriend at the time, and so she kind of blames her. She got a bit of bitterness and resentment there. She gonna have to work that out. But the whole thing was triggering. She said she almost didn't show up. Ashley, you know, gives her a hug, and she's there for her. Giselle goes and asks the founder, you know, for a few tips and pointers that she wants to share, that she could share with Grace and you know, and with her girls in general, since Grace is going to college. You know, the twins are right behind her. The lady is like, you know, I don't want folks to be living in fear, but I mean, follow your instinct, follow your gut. If you're in a situation and you feel uncomfortable, leave. I remember one time back in college, and I feel like this girl used to have me in these situations all the time, which is why I'm leery now when people be trying to have me in places I don't want to be. She had me at the trap house, and I'm fine with riding with you to go buy some weed. We good. I'm fine with that, you know. Especially if I'm putting in on it. But she had me around there at the trap house, and the dealer was very sketchy. Like very, very sketchy. And I wasn't about to, she was the type of girl that'd be like, okay, let's you want to match with the dealer. Girl, why you can't just get your weed and go home? Why you want to sit down and settle in at the trap house and smoke weed with the drug dealers? Absolutely not. And see, some folks will have you in them type of situations. And yet, and I was in that type of situation. And what did she do? Leave. I'll be right back. I'm finna run to the store. Left me with him. Did he get me? No. Did he try? Yes. So, Mia, girl, I'm right there with you. You got to be careful out here. You really do. You really got to be careful. The PAVE event was a success. It brought all the people back together, and really, guys, that's all I can give you, because that's all it gave. The end. I mean, I threw a story in there. I tried to drag it as far as I could drag it, but we can't drag no more. We gotta go. I gotta do Married to Medicine, which ain't gonna be a long review either, because Married to Medicine ain't give jack shit either. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.